So a lot of people maybe doing what you do or musicians, I guess around here what they do is they go to Nashville. And
Hmm.
you stayed in a little town. What
Yeah.
what do you think are the is it valuable to go to like a music's hot spot like that or
So I've had projects that went back and forth a bit here and there, and I've had a lot of people that come to record with me before or after going down there.
Hmm.
And I think so I've never myself worked in recording in Nashville. I've played gigs in Nashville, but
Hmm.
I've never been part of that music scene. And uh, always been here in Michigan for me, with a couple of small exceptions. But the thing that they do differently there's a ton of recording studios for one,
Hmm.
but they have uh, wealth of session musicians. And the session musicians there, it's
Hmm.
extremely competitive to get the call to work. And that makes the caliber of those people like absolute top notch. Like they come in and you hand them a chart. There's actually a whole musical system called the Nashville numbering system.
Oh, I
Hmm.
love that is great notation.
Yeah,
Really intuitive and easy to read. I like it. I
right.
should learn
Very,
it. I'm familiar with it. I don't know if I can play like really solid, but yeah, I need to practice with that.
yeah. You probably could because you know some music theory. And if you know like the very
Yep. It's
basics
all
of
like
music
one, four,
theory,
five kind of it's
yep.
numbers.
And a minor song is starting on six, not starting on one for the music theory nerds.
Oh,
Um,
so everything is as in Ionian mode. And
yes.
then
Yep.
okay, got
Yep.
it.
So if it was a song in the key of E and you go to a D natural chord, that's a flat seven chord. So it is always in Ionian mode and everything modifies from there. But anyway, there's this whole uh, music notation system that's come up around Nashville. And if you want to be a session musician, you have to be able to sit down, look at that chart in the Nashville numbering system, and play a spot on album ready take, if not on the first take, by the second. And that's it. And
Oh my
here in
gosh.
Michigan, yeah, like there's no time to rehearse and work stuff out, and you don't get rehearsal time. You show up at the session and you play amazing stuff from the first moment.
Or they don't
Um,
or you don't get called back. Is that
or you
what you're
don't get
saying?
called back. Right. There's 10 other people waiting to get the call, and they'll be here in 15 minutes to replace you if you're not doing the gig. So that's a big difference. Like here in
Stressful.
Michigan, I've got, a couple of handful of session people that I know are going to do a great job. And there's a lot of other people who will come in and do session work where, they're good people to be around. It's going to take a little longer. The result may not be quite as polished. And that's okay because it's about people and networking and the enjoyment of what's going on. But in Nashville, there's the huge pressure of everything has to be radio ready, hit quality, and it's got to happen now because you get a session with six session musicians that you're paying union scale to and paying $150 an hour for the recording studio. It
That
adds
gets
up quick.
expensive.
Yeah. So that talent level of hired in, uh, guns for hire, that talent level is huge. And in Michigan, there's, a very small group of people that are capable of doing that. And there are,
Well, luckily you just play all the instruments. So
Right,
typically
right.
you only have to bring in somebody what if you need to play cello or something.
yeah. Sarah Gibson does great work
Yep.
as a session cellist. Um, but there's also advantage to having other people in a place like Michigan because anyone that you bring in is probably also outperforming, and that's
Yeah.
part of that whole networking thing.